Oh, hey guys, Dr. Julia and Lorelei.
Hello.
Our third installment of our video series. We got, preoccupied. We didn't do one last week.
We are perfect.
We're perfect though, so it's fine.
Perfect. It's fine.
So by the way, that's our mantra.
Oh, I went
around
camping.
Here.
It's all my fault. Sorry.
And I'm going camping, so we'll tune in next week.
Yeah.
So the pattern this week is neck torticollis. We call it torticollis or wry neck, which is a chiropractic term that is when you can't turn your head. Like you feel like you got clotheslined and you can't turn your head, can't check your blind spot, that kind of thing. If you're experiencing that, you are in the club this week of just the neurological patterns that I see. It affected every age group. It was really, really tender and tight, like lots of pain. So the acuteness of that makes me think of just the acuteness of our situation. We are kind of at that tipping point. Like people are sick of being at home. They want to get out. They want to go enjoy the things that are in their community, but they also want to be safe. So it's very masculine sided. So what I mean by that is your right side represents your masculine side or your right brain dominant side, and then your left is your feminine side. And no matter if it affected young or old, women or men, it was all right-sided. And a lot of people came in with just like right-sided everything. So intense acute pain on the right side, shoulder, neck, inability to turn your head. So some of that is control. So the lack of feeling in control. And the other part of it is the weight of the world on your shoulders. So we're experiencing unprecedented times, like we keep saying, but this pattern was really, really strong in the sense that it didn't matter who it affected, and it also was really acute. So lots of pain, tears, spasm, like that kind of thing. And so what that tells me is that people are ready. People are ready to spread their wings. They're ready to get out there and do whatever it is that they want to do, that they've been holding off. And it's emotional. It's an emotional pattern. When you have that kind of intense acute pain, that's very emotional. You are not allowing those emotions to flow through, and so your body is going to keep reminding you until you feel them. And that's just the bare bones of it. So we have some interesting insights this week for you. Lorelei had sent me, we send each other things at all hours of the night when we can't sleep and stuff. Her, I sleep fine. And Instagram, I'll get these goodies when I wake up. And it was a meme of the nervous system when you're in fight or flight and when you're in rest and relaxation. We are in fight or flight, which is a masculine style feeling, like control and preciseness and following the rules and all of that is very masculine. That's masculine in terms of not because you're a man, that's what you do, but it's a masculine way of being. And so the feminine is spread your wings, like let things flow, feel, don't use your brain to like make things make sense logically, like feeling and emotion and empathy and all of that is, we're having like this struggle of power for both of those things right now. And so that's a lot of where this kind of came from too, because your body wants you to realize how you're feeling. And so releasing that emotion. And so the rest and relaxation is where we're headed. Like we're sick of being in fight or flight. You don't have to try to be in fight or flight right now. It's just, everybody is just, they have their own story, they have their own stress, and you can feel it on the outside. You can just feel it everywhere, and that's a collective. And so it's that energy has to shift. If it doesn't, we would be destroyed. I don't know kind of what that means, but like eventually that would destroy humanity. Like we have to have a good balance of both of those things. So I'm gonna let Lorelei talk about her insights on that.
So just to piggyback off of that, so what that looks like is finding the balance between using your masculine energy, your doing energy, your logical energy, and your feminine energy, the going with the flow, the comforting, the nurturing, the feeling, the feelings, all those kind of things. And then it also correlates to your nervous system. So it's not, Julia says this a lot, and we just want to reiterate, it's not that you never are in fight or flight and that you're always in rest and digest or parasympathetic mode. You want to be in both, but a good balance. So it's not being on a balance beam, it's a teeter-totter, and it's figuring out a way to make it go up and down or back and forth, however you want to look at it, that feels right for you. So for example, one of the things we talked about was like when you're at work and you have tasks and things you need to get done, you tune into or tap into your masculine doing energy. Then when you get in the car and you're about to go home, it doesn't matter again whether you're a man or a woman, you tune into the more feminine because you want to present to your husband or wife or your family, your children, in a more nurturing, loving way instead of like, here I am, let's get more shit done. Sorry, stuff done today. So
this is a family place.
This is a family show. I'm so sorry. So you just kind of shift, and that I think is the biggest piece of advice we have for this week.
Yeah.
So if you go to our website, the nervous system health, nervous system support, any of those tools on there are amazing. Coming in for an adjustment, amazing. Two of the things I'll point out just to really help with balancing the masculine and feminine is doing the breathwork practice, and then connect to your nervous system. Do that guided meditation. Ultimately, right now, it's like we're getting ready to move forward, but with the thing with the neck on the right side, that can have to do with like not seeing another's point of view. So really just like, okay, looking at all the points of view, whether you agree or not, it doesn't matter. It's ultimately what feels good to you.
Yes, going within and deciding how you feel.
Go within. Yes. But before you take action, make sure you've processed it fully and you come at it from both angles and you're able to really look at what matters to you, what's important to you, do things that bring you more joy. Figure out what that is if you don't already know, and if you need tips on that, you can reach out to us.
Yeah.
Send a message. Yeah. We have tons of things to share, yes, obviously.
We love sharing.
Yeah. Have a great day. That's all I have.